Hello everyone, my name is Maya, and my policy speech topic is that all schools should be co-educational. Have you ever at any point in your life ever considered going to a co-ed school, whether it be K through 12 or for college? Although many people might think that going to an all-boy or all-girl school is beneficial, it does not really have any significant or positive impact on the overall learning experience of the student. Therefore, I believe that all schools should be co-ed. I know many people that grew up going to all-girl and all-boy Catholic schools, for instance, and they did not really take away anything beneficial compared to people like me who went to public school my whole life with both males and females, or all kinds of people. So all schools should be co-educational because it better prepares students to enter post-secondary education and the workplace by helping break down gender misconceptions. It provides a foundation for meaningful relationships and emotional intelligence, and finally, it provides a greater and more large network of both males and females. So my first point is that going to a co-ed school breaks down gender misconceptions. An opposing view would be that males and females are meant for very different jobs and fields of study. The reason for this is because for centuries, women have always been seen as the ones who stay at home and cook and clean and take care of everybody, while the men are the ones that were always out working and making the money and being able to study things like science and math, while women were seen as incapable. So, according to an article by phys.org, theories that single-sex education may be better for students have included the idea that without boys in the classroom, girls would be able to thrive traditionally male-dominant subjects such as math and science. The theoretical approach themed girl power argues that girls lag behind boys in most subjects in co-ed classrooms, said co-author Erin Palke, PhD of Whitman College in Walla Walla, Washington. This just goes to show that very prominent roles of boys and girls are very much present when it comes to fields of study and strengths in certain educational subjects. The truth is, anyone can excel in any subject. It doesn't matter who you are, what you are. All that matters is that you work for it and have the drive for it. In the article Co-ed versus Single-Sex Ed by the American Physiological Association, the following question was imposed. And this question was, how can boys and girls learn how to interact as equals in the workplace if they have no experience interacting as equals in school? This question is very relevant and true because in the real world, there's no such thing as just male, just female. There's all kinds of people. There's just a very broad range of people. It's not just male and female. Therefore, knowing how to work with people regardless of who or what they are must be learned in K through 12. Because if not, then these generalizations are going to be very damaging in the long run for the person that was never exposed to working with someone who is different from them. My second point is that co-ed schools provide a foundation for meaningful relationships and emotional intelligence. An opposing view to this may be that some may think that in a classroom with both male and female pupils, there will be distraction. According to The Atlantic, single-sex education often presumes the pupils are boys and girls and leaves out the option of pupils who are ambiguous about their sexual orientation. Doing this does not do away with the fact that there are boys who are comfortable around girls and girls who are more comfortable around boys. The reason for this opposing viewpoint is, of course, in more traditional mindsets, it is believed that boys and girls distract each other in the classroom. This is due to people being attracted to each other and wanting one another's attention. However, in more modern times, this is an invalid argument because it completely dismisses the LGBTQ community and how it doesn't matter what sex it is, people will be attracted to who they want no matter what. People should really get rid of this mindset because it is invalid, especially in these times when people are being more accepting and open to loving who they want. According to The Guardian, the interaction between boys and girls isolates some of the less desirable aspects of both. He says, so very macho is downplayed while at the same time girls are encouraged to be interacting with boys and breaking out of the girls being girls mold. This is a great thing because it encourages interaction between males and females, leading to more friendships and relationships. You also learn how to communicate with one another and express yourself. Also, you become more emotional intelligent because you know how to deal with people that are different than you. And you don't just, for instance, if you're a boy at an all-boys school, you don't just grow up like playing rough and not knowing how to express your emotions. If you go to a co-ed school, you will learn from experience how to tackle certain situations, and you will become more emotionally intelligent with the more experience you have in certain situations with people that are different than you. So my last point is that going to a co-ed school will allow for a greater and larger network of both males and females. The opposing view to this is that many of those who support sex-segregated schools believe that single-sex schools will create empowerment for a specific group. The reason for this opposing view is that people think that all female schools will create things such as female empowerment, and while it being very contradictory because females deserve to be in the same place in school as males. In the article Co-ed versus Single-Sex Ed by the American Psychological Association, the following question was imposed, and this question was, how can boys and girls learn how to interact as equals in the workplace if they have no experience interacting as equals in school? If from a young age you are exposed to both male and females, you will grow up knowing a lot more people and will be able to form more connections with all kinds of people easier because you grew up dealing with everyone, no matter what they are or who they are. And according to an article titled The Benefits of Co-ed by Greenwood, 84% of students attending independent co-ed schools felt more confident expressing their views in the presence of the opposite sex. That number drops significantly for students in single-sex schools. So in conclusion, all schools should be coeducational because it better prepares students to enter post-secondary education and the workforce by helping break down gender misconceptions. It also provides a foundation for meaningful relationships and emotional intelligence. And finally, provides a greater and more large network of both males and females. So thank you for listening to my stance on all schools being coeducational. I believe that everyone deserves to be in a learning environment that exposes them to all kinds of people no matter what or who they are. And this will be more beneficial to society in the long run. Co-ed schools will allow for the erasure of specific roles according to sexual orientation. Everyone deserves to be and work for what they want. If all schools were co-ed, society would drastically improve.